Hey everybody, welcome to Dirty Work. How's it going? Today we're going to be messing with an old Chevy Pickup that I just picked up at an auction the other day, and we're going to get into it and talk about what I'd like to do with it and where it's at, and see if we can't make a decent driver out of this thing. Hey guys, before we get into it, I was just going to tell you a little about myself and why you should maybe give a shit a little bit. My name is Doug. I've been working in the collision industry for a little over 20 years now, and I grew up on a farm, so I've worked on everything from farm equipment to nice cars and pickups and stuff like that. And just so you know, when I started, I probably knew less than you do right now. So come along for the ride, and hopefully we can help each other out a little here and there. Okay, we got a 97 Chevy Pickup here. Extended cab, and guys, it's a step side. I don't know, for some reason I've just always been drawn to these, and this one's got 200 and almost 25,000 miles, so she's got some wear and tear on her, but she's also got the third door, which is a cool feature when you got little kids like I do. They can get in and out a whole lot easier than climbing through and going over the seats and stuff like that. Real fancy, nice, worn out leather. Really looking forward to getting into that. And some incredibly crusty carpet. And one thing we're going to do is get all this out of here and get it cleaned up and try to get a decent halfway clean slate. Okay guys, it's got the 5.7, the 350. It is the Vortec in this year, and obviously got a lot of crust build up on it. It's got a few oil leaks if you get underneath, and we'll deal with those kind of as the time comes, but we just want to kind of get it all cleaned up, and we'll change the fluids obviously before we drive it too much, and going to need an exhaust system under it. Transmission seems to shift okay, so we'll just seal up any leaks and go from there, and see if we can get a few miles out of this sucker yet. The step side, boys and girls, gotta love it. We got a few little, we got a little hole here knocked in the fiberglass bedside. There's some dents on the top of the rails, nothing too major. We do have one thing I will point out, guys, that we're gonna address pretty soon, is the tailgate's not completely functional right now. It'll work, but these are known for breaking this clip in the tailgate handle, and doesn't like to open very easy. But a couple $1 part at the parts house, and we'll get that up and running. Just kind of give you a quick walk around with the pickup and talk about a little bit what I want to do and where I see this thing ending up. I really like the white. The white vehicles are just something I'm really drawn to. I'd like to eventually put a, maybe a 6-inch lift and some 35s on it. And we're going to hopefully do a nice paint job and some new bumpers and get her fixed up. And definitely want to deal with this sooner than later. That's not ideal. And also part of why the interior is as dirty as it is. We got some pretty good damage, here and in the door. And, every panel needs some work. A lot of paint peeling. That was very typical of white paint from back in the day. Definitely got a little close to something here with this fender. That's definitely not what we're after, so we'll put at least one fender on it. May end up with two. May end up with a hood on it. It's got some pretty good damage back in the corners here. I don't know if you can get in the light very well and see. This is probably due to a worn out hood hinge as much as anything. And got some more, more of the same down this side. This fender's not near as bad a shape. Nice little dent in the door and pretty good damage. It's hard to see in the camera here, but there's definitely some pretty good waves in that door, and the roof definitely needs some attention. And like I said, a little hole in the bedside over there, and a little crack down here that we'll fix. And that'll be part of what we're dealing with is, what's the right materials to fix these things, and the best way to repair that and get it back to good as new. These weren't perfect pickups back when they were built, so maybe we'll even get better than new, but we'll also probably spray in a bed liner of some sort get that a little more presentable. And ultimately, I'd just like it to be nice enough that even the wife will ride in it. Well, this is what we're dealing with. She's pretty gross. But what we're gonna do, I think the best first step is to pull all the seats out and pull the console out, pull everything off, and we're gonna pull the carpet out and we're gonna just pressure wash it, because as you can see, it is pretty awful in here. But we'll see what happens with the pressure washer and see if we can't maybe salvage this, at least get a few more miles out of it. And if not, we'll put new carpet in it. I was looking the other day, less than a couple $100, put brand new carpet in it. So that may end up being where we head up with it, but we'll see what we can do with what we got. And no point in spending $1 million on a $1,000 pickup. Okay, a couple quick tips before we get too far in. First of all, gloves, glasses, protect yourself. You don't know what kind of nasty shit any of this stuff is. Just do not get it on your skin and in your hands. Get it in your hands and it's in your eyes, everything else. Second of all, some bags and a marker. As you take this stuff off, just put it all in a bag, label it up. You throw it all in a bucket, you're never going to finish the project. I'll bet you $100. It just doesn't end up happening. You get in the middle, you get over your head, and there's no going back. Another quick thing, get these Phillips screws in the trim and things like that full of sand. Before you start, just take a blowgun, blow all them out real good. They're going to come out a whole lot easier because you're able to get your screwdriver down in there real well, and they'll come out a lot easier. Just a few little quick things that, years of experience kind of teach you. So at this point, we're just going to keep moving forward, and we're going to start with seats, and we'll just kind of keep working our way out till. Another thing, real quick, guys, keep a trash can close. Make all this junk under the seat, just pitch it in, move on. And hey, we're already making money. Okay, we got all the bolts out of the seat. We got the screws out of the sill plates. They'll pop out. A little crusty in there mostly from the sand holding water. That's gonna keep a lot of that moisture in there and not let it dry out very well. This one, we did have to drill off the head of one screw. A little corroded, couldn't get the Phillips to bite very well, but we'll deal with that. And then all we got left is the electrical connection in this powered seat. It's got power lumbar. To undo these guys and girls, just got to push this little tab down and pull it apart. Just that easy. Now this whole seat's ready to come out, and we'll be able to clean that a lot easier. With it outside the pickup, we can get all the way around it and really get into it good, and hopefully get some of this real nasty grunge out of it. And then in here, this is why you want the trash can. Just all kinds of stuff. Obviously it's had the back window broke out at some point. That's probably where this glass has come from. Good hose clamp there. We'll keep hold of that. That'll save us another $1.50. So we're on the right track, guys. Front seat's out, console's out. We got the jack storage pulled out of here. Rear seat, we just had some covers back up under here at each corner. Pop them out, one bolt out of each side. And we'll just lift up there. I know I make it look easy. Another quarter, guys. I think we're in profit already. Okay guys, looking around in here, we got the seats out, we got, you know, everything out. The floor mats are obviously loose. There's just not going to be any way to salvage this mess. I mean, there's mold and God only knows what in here. So I think the next plan of attack is we're just going to get it out, and we're going to just replace it, get some new in here. Probably go ahead and find some new seats. Have to kind of decide, you know, what we want to do. Kind of talking about maybe changing the interior to black. Now would be the time, obviously, to do that. So we're just going to kind of assess what we've got and do a little part shopping and go from there. But I think we're just going to get this out of here and you know, clean up our floorboards and see what's under there, because, you know, we're going to have some definite moisture issues, but I don't think we're going to have rust. Just, you know, just going to be a little crusty, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay guys, well, we got the carpet out, and, you know, not anything too major surprises. You know, a little bit still damp from all that carpet holding that moisture, but I'm just gonna throw the seat back in it and put a couple bolts in so I can move it in and out. Vacuum out a little more dirt and call it a day. But put a fan in it overnight so it can dry all this out and get in good shape and be ready for the next step. And I think that's gonna pretty well do it for today. So go find your project and get dirty.